Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my Sephora recommendations and wish list. Grab a snack, a drink. You know, this is going to be a long one. So many great products here. I cannot wait to do this video. These are my favorite videos to do all year. And my wish list is pretty extensive too. So we're going to be here for a little bit. My apologies for the lighting. It looks like I'm filming in the dark. I pretty much am because it has been so cloudy here lately. Just need the sun to come, but I'm hoping that it comes because every time I film, you guys bring the sun. So we're starting out pretty much in the dark though. So we're going to jump into all the stuff that I'm recommending this spring sale season. All the dates, the codes, everything will be on the screen and in the description box in case you're not sure when you're shopping, but Rouge is April 4th. Also, a lot of people don't know that you can shop Sephora collection day 1 of the sale, even though it's the Rouge date, but that goes live on April 4th as well. So if there's anything from Sephora collection products that you want for the 30% off, make sure you shop day 1 of the sale, and then you don't have to wait for your day to open up if you are a VIB or insider. One of my favorite things to get during the sale is a fragrance that I need to repurchase that I've been eyeing. Just any sort of fragrance because those tend to be pretty pricey, so it's a great time to save that money on a fragrance. I was only going to share with you 1 or 2 fragrances, but I'm going to share with you my top 4 right now that you can get at Sephora because they all fall in different categories for me and they're all amazing. So depending on your scent preference, I feel like you probably like one of these fragrances. So the first one that I'm sure a lot of you knew I was going to mention is the Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow, and look at how much I've already used in this fragrance. I basically shower in this fragrance. It is so good. This is my top fragrance at the moment. This to me is like a strawberry milkshake, which I personally love. I love strawberry anything, so to smell like that is just absolutely the best thing ever. So if you want to know what I've been smelling like 95% of the time, I'd say it's my Kayali Bougie Marshmallow. So this has been my go-to as of lately. And to kind of complement this fragrance, this is a fragrance mist and I've been using it in my hair, and I know a lot of you already knew that I was going to mention this as well, but it's new from Ellis Brooklyn and it's the Marshmallows scent, and this is a hair and body fragrance mist. So I just add this to my hair, just a couple sprays, because I find this actually quite potent. I can spray endless amounts of this fragrance, but this one for me, a 2 spray max, I feel. So this is a fairly strong fragrance mist. It acts like a perfume for me just because of the potency of this. It's very strong to me, but in my hair, it just complements all my other fragrances because it's a gourmand fluffy marshmallow. So if you love a marshmallow fragrance, this will be your best friend, especially if you like gourmands. This is just the perfect complementary scent just to add to your hair. So I've been really loving that. I wanted to highlight these next 2 fragrances because they have just been top 5 fragrances for a long time. I feel like if you're going to think of me in fragrances, these are 2 that I feel like I'm kind of associated with at this point from how much I talk about them. And the first is my Clean Reserve Skin scent. This is my favorite fragrance of all time, which is shocking because it is more of a clean scent. And typically I go for more of a gourmand vibe. It's comforting to me. It's the perfect after shower scent or lounging around the house. If you love a clean fragrance or just want to smell non-offensive and comforting, this is just the best scent out there. Top fragrance of all time, number 1. As you can see, I'm low on this. I won't be picking it up this sale. I think I can last till the next sale, but we'll see. Even if there wasn't a sale, if I ran out of that, I'd be buying it full price. That's how much I love that scent. Don't need a sale for that one. That's how good that scent is for me. I recently bought the full size of this one. It's the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. And this is my favorite perfume that is like the Sol de Janeiro 40, which I absolutely love, but this is more long wearing because I find Sol de Janeiro doesn't wear that long on me, and this smells exactly like that scent, which is my favorite from that brand, but in a perfume concentration. Vanilla Woods is just everything that I aspire to be. Like, this just smells so pleasing, so comforting. Again, I love a comforting scent, I guess. It has those gourmand edible notes, but also is just very elegant and pleasing. It's just such a good scent. Again, those are my top 4 recommendations for fragrance during the sale. If you want to pick something up that I highly recommend, those are the top 4 that Sephora carries for me right now. Next, I've been getting so many hair comments lately, and thank you so much, because that's been a journey that I've personally been on. And I have 2 products that are more on the pricey side, but during the sale, I feel like this is the best time to get them. But again, these are so good to me that I would purchase these full price, even though they are more of a pricey product. The first product I have here, I've almost reached my 6 weeks using this. It's from Kerastase. This is my second bottle. This is their anti-breakage fortifying serum, and this is for hair fall. So if you notice when you shower or you brush your hair, you have a lot that comes out in your brush or on your hand when you're washing your hair, which we've established in my last video is called shower spaghetti. If you put it on your shower, I have virtually no shower spaghetti right now because of this. So yes, this does work for hair fall, and I've noticed a significant difference in the amount of hair that comes out in my shower, like a 90% difference. It's incredible how well this has personally worked for my hair. I just feel like I'm not having as much come out of my scalp, which is something that I've personally been wanting to find in a product, but this truly works, and it's hyped for a reason. You do have to use quite a bit of product per night. You have to be committed to this. It works. I'm not on maintenance yet, but I swear by this stuff, and if you have issue like I do, I would highly recommend getting this during the sale. I have a feeling that this is probably a product that's going to sell out during the sale just because it is so popular right now. So I need to get my hands on my 3rd bottle of that. And then this product, again, I would purchase regardless of a sale because it is so good if you have damaged hair, bleached hair like I do. It's the K-Teen mask. This is a leave-in molecular repair hair mask, and like the Kerastase, read the directions before you use this because you have to apply this properly for this to work. If you have damaged hair, like I was getting really damaged hair this winter, this saved my hair, my ends, it saved my ends. So I didn't have to get such a big chop. This is incredible. I can't say enough good things. They have a jumbo size that's even more money on Sephora that's currently sold out that I would love to purchase, but also my best friend wants me to pick that up for her. So we're going to be trying to get the K-Teen during the sale because we both love this stuff. So if you have damaged hair, colored hair, bleached hair, you need to try K-Teen. It will repair your hair. For skincare, I don't have a lot that I use from Sephora currently because I love Korean skincare. So I only have 2 products that I would recommend to pick up during the sale. This is one of those products that I incorporated into my skincare routine and now I can't be without it. It's from Tower 28 and this is the Daily Rescue Facial Serum. It's good for redness, blemishes. There's so many benefits of this. It's hypochlorous acid and all you have to do is spritz this on your face, especially in the morning when I don't often wash my face right away. I will just spray this on my skin, let it dry, and then just go in with my remainder skincare routine. After the gym, if you want a quick spritz, it helps with bacteria. So just a little spritz, super effective, really easy to do, and something that I highly recommend from Sephora. I do have an affordable option for the under eye. This is the Inkey Caffeine Eye Cream. I've gone through, I want to say 4 of these at this point, and I just love this before makeup application. It helps reduce the appearance of tired under eyes, so if you don't get a lot of sleep or you just naturally look tired like I do, this just helps liven up that under eye area, and amazing for before makeup, for your concealer application, anything like that. It just helps to prime that area, and it's really affordable. They've had sets with the caffeine eye cream in the past that I've picked up with the Omega water cream, which if they do have that, I will try and find it, link it below. I'd recommend that because the Omega water cream is amazing for moisturizing the skin and a great base too. So if you can get both of those at a discount, I would highly recommend doing that. I have a never-ending cold, if you cannot tell. In my past few videos, I'm like, I have to film today or else I won't be able to even film this video. I've been trying to put it off and get better to film, but here we are. You know I'm serious about a product when I have 3 of them. This is my Kosas powder, and if you haven't purchased this already because of me, I don't know what you're doing because this is the best powder right now. It replaced my Charlotte Tilbury, which is shocking. I used that for years. So this replaced that for me. I have it in 2 colors for all over the skin and then one for my under eye, which is the pink powder, which is always sold out, and I need another one. So I would like to get this from Sephora during the sale. However, it's always sold out. This is my pink powder currently. The packaging is broken, so you know it is well loved, which this is the only one it happened to. My other one didn't break. I recently purchased a lighter shade because I haven't been self-tanning all that often, and this is in the shade Breezy, which is my natural skin tone. And then when I have a little bit of tan, I've been using the shade Comfy, which I also had to go back for even before the sale just to have this on hand. So again, another product that I would purchase without a sale because this is my go-to powder right now. It is amazing if you have more mature skin, dry or textured skin. It's very lightweight, yet sets everything and smooths it out. So it won't look cakey or powdery. It just smooths everything while making you look still fresh and youthful. So it doesn't get better than that. Honestly, I cannot explain how good this powder is. Pick up the Kosas powder, and to apply it, use a little puff to press it into the skin, and you will have the most flawless canvas there is. I have an up close video showing this powder. I zoomed in right in, showing you how I apply my makeup. Go check out that tutorial. You can see in action just how amazing this powder is on the skin. I feel like my recommendations are very predictable, but that just shows you how much I ride for all these products I'm going to mention. So we have the new YSL Make Me Blush blushes, which these are pricey, and I would recommend getting these during the sale. I've recently fallen in love with the shade 44. I'm not wearing this one today, but it's so pretty, and I have that in a gloss that I'm going to mention too. It's something about this mauvey pink color that's just so flattering, especially with my eye color. It just brings it out. So I love 44. The first one I ever got was 93, and this one's kind of like NARS Orgasm vibes. Very beautiful on the skin. Even though it has some shimmer in it, it doesn't accentuate pores, and it's not glitter on the face. And then they have a matte formula, which I am wearing today. This is shade 37. These are blurring yet buildable, and they have good even pigment on the skin. They're one of the best powder blush formulas I've personally tried to date. That's how good they are, and the packaging is super cute. If you're going to pick up YSL during the sale is always the best time because they are obviously more pricey, but I would highly recommend getting at least one of the YSL blushes. And if you have not checked this color out yet, it's my favorite red blush. It's from Rare Beauty, and this will last me my lifetime. I have just a little bit of this to kind of contour my cheek with blush. I just feel like red is so flattering on my skin. The value of these are so good just because they are so pigmented, yet they blend out like a dream. And especially you'd be scared of a red color, but truly, I've used this in so many videos and it's just so flattering and natural on the skin. You could make this look really intense if you wanted to, but just a little bit really helps kind of contour the cheek and just bring out the tones in my skin. Red is just my color right now, and had to mention this. I have a few Rare Beauty products in my recommendations. This one I'm also mentioning in my monthly favorites, which I probably already did in a monthly favorites, but it's from Rare Beauty and it's their new liquid contour. I have the shade Serene, and this color I'm using today for contouring my skin. There is nothing like this. Also, I use this in that tutorial I was talking about. If you want to see it in action, it is contour, but with a glow to it. So this is very blendable, but it's not matte. It gives some glow to the skin. So it just plays so beautifully, especially if you do this prior to setting with powder. You can do it both ways, but it's the perfect finish when you do it that way. It's seamless. It looks natural. The color is perfect if you're similar to my skin tone. This is one of my top recommendations, and I don't even contour that often, but I have been because of this. Normally I just use a bronzer, but this makes a difference in the shape of my face. I just feel like I really have been looking more chiseled lately, and it's just little confidence in a bottle. I feel like you need this product. It's been, as I said, a top favorite for the sale recommendations is this product. So definitely check this out if you haven't already. It is a top pick. Moving on to the bronzer category, and I know a lot of you are yelling at the screen right now that the Haus Labs bronzers are coming back, which I plan on picking one up on my wish list, as you will see. I'm not recommending those new ones yet until I try them though. So I have two options here that I've personally been using. We have my Gucci bronzer, which I have lightly on right now in shade 3. If you want that natural, youthful looking skin glow, you need this bronzer. The color, again, is perfection, and the formula is so buildable, easy to use. It's truly flawless on the skin and has been my go-to bronzer as of lately, even more than the next one I'm going to share with you. But I wanted to share both because also I have been using the one from YSL, which, again, the perfect time to get YSL Gucci is during the Sephora sales. This YSL one, though, is a matte bronzer, which there is a time and place for an all matte look. So I do have this for those occasions when I don't want a glowy bronzer, but as you can see, I mostly always want to glow. So that is the difference there. If you prefer more of a matte formula, this is just as easy to work with. It's just based on preference. If you want more of a glow or more matte, these are my two recommendations. For foundation, these are my two that I have been reaching for every day. And then for more glam makeup, and we will start actually with my glam because I've been actually mixing this with a lot of things as well. This is my Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. It's an oldie but a goodie, and I've been recently using it so much lately on its own or mixed in with all my foundations just to boost the coverage and the wear. And this is just the perfect mixer or on its own foundation. So if you haven't used Estee Lauder Double Wear in a while, it is a classic for a reason. It is amazing. I do need a darker shade though. 3W1 Tawny used to be my tan, but I find this is actually quite light for me right now. I could use it right now. I'm not sure if the colors have changed over the years, but I love this for the wear, the flawless matte finish, and also for mixing, if you can't tell. So now would be the time to stock up on your favorite foundations like Estee Lauder. And this is a more recent discovery in the past few months, are the Merit Complexion Sticks. And one I actually use for bronzer, which I was going to mention. So I have the shade in Tiger's Eye, which I use for a bronzing sort of contour situation. But more often than not, I just have one shade for all over my skin for foundation. I don't use it for concealer and bronzer as much as I use this for foundation because you can use it for anything. I use this mostly for foundation. It gives me a very youthful look. I find this wears often more natural branded looking makeup. I don't feel has the wear, but Merit has the wear in their products. So I love this for the wear, the finish, and this paired with the concealer I'm going to mention is my perfect skin for every day. My definition of perfect skin for any time actually is this paired with a concealer I'm going to mention just to bump up the coverage just a little bit. But this all over the skin looks youthful, fresh, hydrating, and smooth. All the things that I look for. And it's in the convenience of a stick. So I can just whip it on in the morning, which is really easy and convenient. And then for concealer, another oldie but a goodie is the NARS Soft Matte. I can just see from the products I'm recommending this time, I'm really falling into my favorites lately. That's just something I've personally noticed is that it takes a lot for me to replace a favorite these days with something new that's coming out because a lot of makeup is good. Like it's hard to make bad makeup, I feel these days, but there are some staple products that I just keep reaching for that have been tried and true for years. And this is one of them that is just stuck with me these past few months. This concealer works for my under eyes, but mostly this is for any kind of blemishes or discoloration I have on my skin. Again, if I want to bump up the coverage of something, the finish is super thin. I love how this lays on my skin, but I can use this underneath my eyes. I know a lot of people can't because they say it's a little too dry. I don't have an issue, but I also am using like eye creams and stuff right before I go in with concealer. So I do have a little bit of hydration. I don't find my under eyes to be dry, though there's parts of my skin that can be dry. My under eyes have never been an issue like that for me, but this for anywhere on your skin is so good for the coverage. And just because it's so thin in the formulation, it just pairs with anything. Skin tints, Estee Lauder Double Wear, whatever you're using, this just pairs beautifully with it. And a corrector and a concealer I wanted to mention just in passing. My NARS is my absolute favorite, but I picked this up last sale, I believe. It's the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer. And this is very hydrating underneath the eyes. It has good coverage. It lifts, smooths. It's just so pretty for underneath the eyes. I don't use this on areas of my face. This is strictly an under eye concealer for me, and I just love how youthful it makes my under eyes. There's a running theme. I just want everything to be youthful and fresh and not look dry or heavy. So this is a very lightweight, youthful looking concealer. And then when I have extra things to cover up like today, because I've been sick for it feels like 2 weeks now, this is the Kosas corrector in Magic. It's the pink one. Again, these pink products are always out of stock. Like, come on, we need these restocked for the sale. But again, this is a product I would buy full price just because of how correcting and brightening this is. If you have any kind of discoloration, I feel like even works with the hollowness underneath my eyes and how bright and lifted it makes that look. This is the perfect formula for that. And again, it's a very hydrating concealer that doesn't look dry or heavy. It's thin, it checks all the boxes, and it does what it says. It lifts, brightens, it corrects. It's just an all-in-one, very pink. So you could go pretty bright for underneath the eye with this, but also just using a little bit and then a little of your concealer over top is my perfect balance, but you can take this there if you wanted to. So this is a really great brightener and corrector. I've really been into tubing mascaras as of lately, and I recently tried the Merit one, and this is by far my favorite I've tried, though I do have one on my wish list that is new that I also want to try. This right now is my favorite, and I love how much volume and length it gives my lashes without flaking, smudging, smearing, without being impossible to remove, with wearing well as well. Like, it does everything. It wears so beautifully without being impossible to remove, like my Clio, which I was using for some time. This is just that perfect balance for me for an everyday wear that I'm not struggling to remove at night, and gives me everything that I want for my lashes. One of my top mascaras I've personally tried. I only have one new Sephora collection product that I was going to mention this sale season, and this is the Sephora collection Colorful Shadow Stick and Liner. And this is in the shade Eggplant. This color, if you have green eyes, just pick it up. Just add to cart right now. Don't even loves list it, just add it to cart, because this is so incredible. And because it's waterproof, it's amazing for the waterline. It is one of those thicker pencils too, so I don't feel like I'm really struggling to get this in my waterline either. It's just so smooth and dark and lasts. Eyeliners have been hard for me to find lately, and this one has just made everything easy, plus gives me just a pop of color just to add interest to my look because I'm so neutral with everything. But I love to add just a pop of this eggplant color in my waterline, and highly recommend getting during the sale. I want to check out more of the colors actually, which I haven't added to my wish list. But I want to see what other colors they offer because I fell in love with this eggplant color. I never heard anyone talk about these, but definitely check these out. Also for color, but more pricey, is from Hourglass. And this is their waterproof gel eyeliner, and this is in the shade Chestnut. And this is a maroonish, reddish brown shade that really, again, highlights the green in my eyes. I find this one a little bit easier to go on my waterline than this, just because it is thicker, but this is also a waterproof version. So once you get it on your waterline, it's set. And that's what I love about it with the color. So this has also been something that I've been using lately. I actually have it as my upper eyeliner right now, and I just smoke it out with a little angle brush just to give me a wing. And that kind of has been my daily look. If I want eyeliner, is just using this on the top, and it subtly makes my eyes more green without being like, wow, you're wearing really colorful eyeliner. It's just subtle, which I personally like, and just gives them a little bit of pop. If you wear false lashes, you need the velour lash glue because this does not irritate my eyes. It's the best lash glue there is, and I just wanted to give it a little shout out again in this video. If you're a lash wearer, you need a good glue. For brows, I have two new products that I wanted to mention. I actually am out of this. It's the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. I recently purchased this in a video, but I need a new one for the sale, and this holds my brows even better than my Benefit, I feel, at this point. So this has been my new favorite brow gel, and one that I definitely need to repurchase. And then if you like a pen, I like this Glossier one. I don't have to fiddle around with it because it is very pigmented. It just works better than other pens because it's so saturated and it comes out really easily. It doesn't get stuck. I'm not fiddling with my brows in the morning, and I can get the kind of gradient and the hair-like strokes with this pen because I don't have any hair like here, but it all looks like hair because of this pen. So I highly recommend, if you have very sparse brows, to check out a pen. There are affordable ones on the market that I still use as well, but I would 100% recommend this Glossier one just because it surpasses them just a little bit in terms of their pigmentation and wear. I recently did a lip liner video, which I mentioned all my favorites, so you can go check that out. There wasn't anything new that I haven't mentioned in the video that was new for lip liner that I cared to mention in this video. I've been back to my MAC Spice liner lately. That's what I'm wearing today. MAC you can get on Sephora Canada, but you can't get on Sephora US. There's a ton of brands that I love and colors that I recommend, but I will let you check out the lip liner video if that's something you're looking for, the best of the best. I did a top 10. I feel like that video is better than anything I could mention here because I've been using MAC Spice and I don't want to mention something just to mention it. We do have a couple lip products here that I feel like are worth mentioning, and this is a slept on lip color from Charlotte Tilbury. It's in the shade I'm Dying. Imagine it was called that. It's actually in the shade Live It Up. So instead of dying, let's live it up with this color. Here it is. A warm tone pink. It's bright. I know it doesn't look bright right here, but I do have it on my lips. It is a brighter pink. It just livens up any look. And I'm shocked I haven't heard more people talk about this because this is my favorite pink from Charlotte Tilbury, even more than a Pillow Talk. I like the Live It Up colors. We're going to try and survive and get through the rest of the video. Then to top it off, I have one of these new YSL plumping lip oils. And these are spicy if you wear them on their own. I feel like when I put this on top of a lipstick, I don't feel it as much. But I did swatch the 3 shades I have on a YouTube short if you want to see swatches on my lips. They're comfortable. They have that signature YSL smell to them, which I love. And they have such pretty colors and they do plump up the lips, which I personally like. A plumping gloss. I like my lips to have that full look and very glossy as well. These have the perfect amount of slip to them, the perfect thickness too. So I don't feel like they wear off that fast either. This was a really exciting launch for me from YSL. And again, this is a newer product, which I wanted to mention during the sale, just in case you're curious of these. Now is the time to save some money. They have this really pretty purple with sparkle as well, which is stunning too. So I love both of these colors, but the number 44, I'm mentioning in my March favorites, which I have set up to film after this video. So I'll have all the colors swatched here for you though, but I have that one set aside for my favorites. And then the last product I wanted to mention is this Anastasia gloss in Cotton Candy, which again has been a topper gloss for all my lip looks. This has much more pigment than other glosses that I have. So if you're looking for a baby pink with pigment, these glosses are it. You could just wear this on its own. That's how much pigment it has, but I love it just for lightening the center of any look, plus giving that glossy look, which I love. They are a thicker gloss, so they do wear really well as well, and they smell so good too. I love the smell of these because it's more of a cake smell as opposed to that mango fruity the YSL one has. All so good though, and those are my top recommendations for this sale season. And we're going to move on to my wish list. Well, I still have a voice, barely. My tens is off. I'm also shocking my back right now. I have back pain and I'm sick. Imagine coughing with your back thrown out, but I'm here. I'm here. I know there's some products that haven't even launched yet that I don't even have hearted because I can't find them on the Sephora website, but I know that I'll probably pick them up during the sale. But let's just go through my wish list quickly. This is in no particular order. I do have the K18, as I mentioned, that I want to get a repurchase of that. Hopefully the large size comes back in stock so I can get that for my best friend. I also have the Moroccan Oil perfume, which I've been loving their hair oil. And just smelling that, I feel like I need the perfume now. So if you have that, let me know. I'm assuming it smells exactly like the oil because that's going to be phenomenal as a perfume. We have the Tower 28 spray, which again, I'm deciding between the spray bottle that I have and getting the big size, but we'll see budget wise because I do set a budget for myself and I don't want to go over. Then we have the Makeup by Cheryl mascara, which will be launching a little bit before the sale. While I'm filming this, this hasn't launched yet, but it is coming soon. And I hear that's kind of like the YSL Lash Clash mascara, which I love. We have the House Labs bronzer. I'm not sure what shade I'm going to get. I have Amber Horizon Medium in my cart right now, but if you know the colors, if they match up to the old ones, let me know, because I do have a personal preference for what color I'd want to get. I have these lashes I'm wearing right now that I don't know. I might pick them up. They're the Velour Lashes Effortless No Trim Natural Lash Collection lashes in understated. We have the new Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Spray, the small size, because I want to try that out. Then the MAC Connect in Color Eyeshadow Palette came back in stock. I saw someone randomly use this and I'm like, you know what? I feel like full face of MAC look, and I wanted some new eyeshadows, so I might get that, but I don't need an eyeshadow palette, but I want it for that video, but I don't know. Talk me in or out of that, okay? Then we have the Kosas Setting Spray, which 100% getting. It sounds amazing. A smoothing mist? Yes. Sign me up. The Tarte XL Tubing Mascara. That has been the tubing mascara I have my eye on. I cannot wait to try that. I hear really good things. I have the Say blushes, the Tower 28 blushes. I might have already picked them up, but you will see that in my sale haul. We have the Dior Forever Nude Jumbo Bronzer, which I'm debating. If I'm going to get the House Labs, I don't think I should get the Dior. I love bronzer though. Then we have the Sephora Collection Intense Ink 12-Hour Classic Felt Eyeliner in Espresso. It's a dark brown matte liner, which looks amazing. We have another one of my Kerastase serums for my hair that I need to pick up. We have the Touchland Power Mist Hydrating Hand Sanitizer in Beach Cocoa. This Tan Luxe Gradual Illuminating Gradual Tan Lotion that has not come back in stock for a while. It's been out for a bit. I doubt it's going to come back during the sale, but if it does, I'll pick that up. Then the Kosas powder in pink, it's out of stock, which I want. I've had the Rare Beauty blushes, but those say coming soon for a while. There's some Patrick Ta stuff coming out. I saw they had a hair and body mist, but I heard it's not his signature scent, which I don't know why he wouldn't come out with that in a perfume like mist, because that's what I want. I heard it was different. I've only just seen a few reviews of those. I'm sure I'll know more prior to the sale, but I wanted that in his signature scent, but I don't think it is. Anyways, back to here. We have the One Size by Patrick Starr Until Dawn Waterproof Setting Spray. I had that for last summer. I think picking that up for the spring sale, the bigger size, will be perfect to waterproof my makeup if I'm near water and want to just secure the face so we don't go anywhere. And I think that's pretty much it that have on my list. Obviously, I'm not going to purchase that all because, as I said, I do budget myself, but I tend to spend more at the spring sale. It's something about it that I always tend to buy more of things. There's more out and more things that I've used up that I need to repurchase. So spring sale is my preferred sale. My birthday is March 31st, so I kind of might buy a little bit more because of that. What do you think? Should I buy a little bit more because it's my birthday? Well, I managed to make it through that video. I hope my voice and the lighting wasn't too much of a burden for you for this video. My apologies. I tried pushing this video off to film until I felt better, but I haven't been getting better enough to sound good enough to film because I haven't really had a voice. So this is what we have to do, but I'm here for you, and I really wanted to get this up. I've been planning all my purchases, so this was actually... Did I forget that? You need this primer. It's the Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. I think I forgot to mention that. Blurring and glow. That's everything I want, right? It's in a primer, and last time this sold out during the sale, so I will have that link below as well. I think I went straight to concealer and forgot my primer. As always, I will have everything linked down below for easy shopping. They will be by category, so you can see if there's concealer you want. Check out concealer. It will all be there, easily listed. That's how I love to shop. So I'll have it all laid out beautifully for you. Thank you so much for watching. And if this is my first video of yours or you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe. I promise I'll try and be better for my coming videos. And I will see you guys in my next one, which I'm filming right now. So I'm not going to be better for that yet.